Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm going to carry on working on the US interchange model. Previously we added the signals and the reduced bit areas. This time we are going to go through the evaluation settings. I try to cover as much as possible. So I have already placed the node. What is important here to make sure that all access or all approaches and exits are included, and you will see in the move when we run the evaluation what kind of results it brings, and that will help you to understand what is the best way to place a node. So of course here it doesn't matter, you can just move this all the way up here. It will know that the queue is forming from there, here as well. However, there is something to notice here. So as you can see, there is a link here and a separate link there. So you will have your results separated out like that. If you move it back there, the movements will be slightly different. So of course you will have the same data, but what it will tell is the movement from link 2 to link 22 and from link 2 to link 19. However, if you move it here, you will have the results from link 20 to there. It is only important if you have like an Excel spreadsheet and you set up like the approaches and stuff like that. So you just need to know which one to, what is the link number. Okay. So this is for the node. Let's go to evaluation menu, configuration. And here, what I did, I selected data collections. Data collection is to count, for example, vehicles at a certain location, more like a loop detector or like a tube. Links, so this will provide you with like very nice density plots or speed plots. Nodes, we just discussed that one. OD pairs, this is only applicable if you use matrices. This will basically for each matrix origin destination pair will give you information of like the number of vehicles between those OD pairs, average travel times and distances. Queue counters, that just basically you place it next to the signals or when vehicles need to give way, and it will just count the queue, like average queue length and maximum queue length. Vehicle network performance, this is basically, this one assesses your whole network. It will include all vehicles in the network. So what you need to do is you just select it here, tick the box, and from time, so we have a warm-up, a peak hour, and a cool-off matrix. The warm-up is half an hour, the peak hour is 1 hour, the cool-off is another half an hour. So what we need to do is we need to select the start of the peak hour, that is the 30th minute, so that is 1.8 thousand seconds, to time, it's 5.4 thousand seconds, because I want to assess the whole peak hour, and that is 3.6 thousand, 1 hour. So that's why it is 5.4, because 1.8 plus 3.6, that is 5.4. And intervals, so here you don't need to add actually an hour. You can assess every 5 minutes. So then you will have results aggregated to every 5 minutes. So for example, queue counter data will be aggregated and averaged for all 5 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever you set here as interval. Also, you can copy paste this. So if you set it up once, you can just copy paste basically anywhere. You can also go to node settings, startup delay segments. So it's 100 meters before the node. You probably want to increase this. Queue definition, So this one is I will stick with the default, but if you think that your queue is not recorded properly, you can tweak this. Again, clearance, it is for the queue. If you have like a rolling queue or a very long queue, like 1,000 meters, probably you need to increase these. And also adjacent lanes, if your queue is spilled into another lane and create blocking blocks there, that will be also considered. Queue counters, of course, you have the same settings here as what you have for the nodes. Okay, so let's just go through these main ones. So the node I have already replaced and we discussed. Data collection. So let's just collect data maybe on the bridge. So what you do is, let me just set this back to the default display types. So we go to data collection points. You basically place a loop detector on that lane. You hold on Control and click right button. As always, let me do it here as well. And let me do an example on this one. Yeah. This is just the loop detector. You need to assign these collection points into a data collection measurement. So let me just delete any previous setups there. You can do one by one, so you can add the measurement. So let's say this is bridge northbound and data collection points, those ones. If you want to see the label, you can just tick that little label icon there. And that will show the number. You can see label attribute number, but you can change that if you want. So it's 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you can do the same with the south or any other. Or what you do is you right click and you generate all grouped. So it will group everything, all the measurements within that link. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. However, in this case, I don't want to separate this out, the left turn from this one. I want to understand the whole link traffic or the whole direction, the traffic under the whole one-way traffic basically there. So what I do, I either create a new one or I just come here, select and just tick that one as well. Yeah. Vehicle travel times. Okay, so let's say I'm interested to know how much time it takes from here to get there. So I zoom in here, Control, right click. This is a start point and tick there. Travel management, travel time measurement name, that is maybe east to west. And it has the information. Of course, I can change these as well. And also it shows me the distance, the shortest distance. Yeah. We can place a queue counter. Let's place it here. As you can see, the queue counter is for the full link. So if you place it here, it will only measure the queue caused by this movement, or caused by this movement, or caused by both movements if you put it here. Let's just put it here. Yeah. All right. That's fine. We set those up. Let's do a run. Your simulation usually runs faster if you close these windows and if you tick off labels. With the star icon, you can put the symbol network display on. Okay, so let's go here, results list, network performance results. I already had a test run there. Let's check link results, node results, OD pair, Q, and vehicle travel times. I don't think there is anything else we are measuring now. Yeah. As you can see, there is no data here yet. So I have made changes which removed the Q results. I haven't done a vehicle. But actually, if you want to remove all of this information, you can just stop, go to evaluation, and you can just select that, for example. Or you go to the model folder and you just open working directory and just go to the results and just delete all the SDF files. Okay, so now if I start running it again, that will remove all of that. However, I saw that the queue is very long here, so will probably cause issues. So let me just tweak my metrics a bit because I just randomly set up the numbers there. So that is going to the north. To the north from the west. So let me put it 200 there. Let me put it that is west to the, oh sorry, I selected the wrong one, I think. So I'm interested from west to the north, east to the north. Yeah, that doesn't matter, but let's do the peak hour as well. West to north. Okay. Yeah, let's do another test. There. I try to show these so you can understand the troubleshooting and what if you get a warning or any error. I decided to do it this way. That will hopefully help you when you run your model and you see issues or you see errors when you do some learning and stuff. How can you resolve them? Of course, in real life, it doesn't work like that. You can't just really remove the flows, but okay. Let me just bring this back now. So as you can see, there is no other simulation results now. It starts from Simran 1. And there is no results yet because we haven't reached the first half an hour. I can just double click here and that will bring up the time. Yeah. What I do, I just put 7 o'clock there and put the quick mode on and it will break the simulation run at 7 o'clock. That should be in a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, reached. I switch off quick mode. And as you can see, it started to evaluate. Average delay for all vehicles for vehicle class number 10, vehicle class number 20, so cars, trucks, average number of stops, average speed in the network. So this is for the whole network. You have some link segment results, but this is not very helpful here. But what we can do is I can click here. You can also do right click if you want and just edit graphic parameters. My Windows is playing games on me. So color scheme. And here, by default, it's on lane. So you need to go to segment. And here you select the attribute, the density attribute. So get density. Here what you see, the first is the number of simulation run that identifies the simulation run. That can be the current, or if you have two runs, you can select one or the other or the average of them. The next one is the time interval. So in this case, we only have one time interval, that is the peak hour. So 1.8 to 5.4. But if you have like for each 15 minutes, you will have 4 here, and the maximum and the minimum and the average and all the loss completed and so on. And then you have the vehicle type, all or each specific vehicle class. In this case, I just select the current run. I can select total or average, minimum, maximum, or the actual one because they are all the same. And I'm interested in all the vehicle types. Okay. And here there are presets. So let me just select the density. There you are. So here you immediately can see where vehicle slows down or where you have higher density. It is a good trick that if you go back there, you just select these three dots. You can select these and you can manipulate the numbers. So you hit equal, multiply by 0.9. So you can shift the numbers. So you can set them up exactly to visualize your countries or your authorities or your guidances colors or the way you prefer to show them. And this changes in real time because the model is still running. So it's just the result of 3 minutes. So no results. So what we have here, this is node number 13. So we go to the movement. You can also add more attributes. So let me just show what you can add. So before movement, let me just click there. You can go to movement. And within movement, you can select node. You can select from link to link. And let me just move this down there. So now you see how a movement is built up. So for example, this one. This is node number 13 from link 20. Let me pause it. From link we need to find link number 20. This is link number 20. And so node number 13, link number 20 at 37.1. So this is 37.1, the distance from the start, like from there, 37.1. Yeah. 2, link number 22, link number 22 at 34.8. So basically this is the right turning movement. It shows that the Q length is 0, the max Q length is 0, because they don't really give way. You can see in total of 34 vehicles have done this turn yet from 7 to 7:06. And the movement is LOSA. The vehicle delay is 2 seconds. For cars, it is 1.85. For trucks, it is 5.4. And then you have all kinds of like emissions, fuel consumption, stops, things like that. OD pair. So OD pair zone from zone 1 to zone 1. We don't have U-turns. From north to south, travel time 66.9 seconds for all vehicles, for cars and for trucks. Delay travel time, or delay time, sorry. There are all kinds of like relative delays, all kinds of attributes. But as you can see, there is a arrived and departure. This is basically very similar to each other, but it can be different. It aggregates data depending on if for vehicles the departed vehicles or the arrived vehicles. It can be slightly different since not all vehicles arrived who departed and so on. And you can also see the number of vehicles, like volume, distance traveled, things like that. But as always, you can always look at the attribute list here and you can add much more. Q. We have a Q measurement here. The average queue length is 18.7 meters. The maximum queue length is 52. What that means is in the last 6.5 minutes, the average queue length was 18 meter and the maximum queue length ever occurred within the 6 minutes was 52. This is the number of stops in the queue. Vehicle travel times. So we don't have any results here because probably I forgot to tick it. Yes, I did not tick it, but you should have results there. And your matrices. So I think, let me just tick that vehicle evaluation quickly, like that. Let me just copy paste the numbers there. Okay. Quick mode, run. It will stop at 7. So basically, this is it. But as you can see, for example, in this node, you can select other stuff. Speed. This will also give a good idea of, what is it going, what's going on, how is it looking, where are the issues mainly, which links is the slow one due to congestion or anything, or just due to settings. So let's give it 2 more seconds and then we start seeing some results. Yeah. So you see the speed data. Also vehicle travel times. As you can see, you can't see any number yet because I think no vehicle has completed the journey yet. Let's just keep running. East to west. Interesting. Why I can't see anything? Let's figure out the problem. Travel time. Why can't we see anything? Vehicles are going there. Or don't we have any traffic doing that movement? Let me just check in the matrix. So east to west. There is no traffic flow. That's why there are no one there. Yeah. At least, so this is all um, good because we see what's going on or what causing the issue. So whenever you end up with the same problems, you can see that it gave us a 0. So it was evaluating, but there was nothing to evaluate. This can be a interesting things to look at when you have like multiple turns or different connectors and you don't get any results on it. Maybe like in an interchange that you put the journey time, the end of the travel time measurement maybe on this link instead of here, and everyone is doing this left turn. Okay, so let's just give it a second, and it should be 7 o'clock, and you should have vehicle results in probably takes 2 minutes to go through. Yeah, so there you are. In seconds travel time, 94.5 seconds. For cars, there was no truck to complete it yet. The distance traveled. So that's it. That's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. And thanks for watching it all the way today. And I hope it was useful or you learned something new. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions or any ideas for future videos. And please, if you would like to support the channel, consider liking and subscribing. Thanks a lot for watching again and see you next time.